Then, going on to the increasing emissions that are changing our climate. Is it true? Yes. The world is witnessing widespread changes as temperatures rise, glaciers melt, and droughts and floods intensify. The severity of climate change impacts, it depends on how much and how quickly the world warms. So basically, can lead to a negative changes. And the climate is changing, and more change is on the way. So scientists with the IPCC has studied the climate change is already affecting the world. That's because of the rising temperature, rising sea levels, changing the rainfall patterns, and melting the glaciers. And this is somewhat can lead to such changes that can really affect our lives, and this is mainly because of the negative human activities. This is mainly because of us, who keep on throwing garbage anywhere, who keep on cutting trees without planting another trees, deforestations, illegal logging, and many more. Okay, so what we are going to do, of course, we need to act now. The science shows that climate change is happening and is expected to get worse. This means we need to take action to limit climate change and deal with its consequences. And there are two main courses of action are called mitigation and adaptation. I know you're very much familiar with this kind of words. So yes, so first, the mitigation. Mitigation involves cutting anthropogenic emissions through actions such as switching from coal-powered energy to renewables, and it also includes actions that help natural systems absorb emissions such as protecting forests, which naturally remove carbon dioxide from the air. Next is the adaptation. An adaptation involves managing the current and future impacts of climate change, and because of emissions are stale here and climate change is expected to get worse, we need to adopt and to protect the people with their livelihoods. And adaptation, people take action with this, and such as planting drought resistant crops or implementing early warming systems to communicate about the extreme weather with vulnerable communities. So you need to take note the two important things to solve this climate change or somewhat mitigate this climate change. That's gonna be the mitigation and the adaptation. So you need to mitigate this with the following solution, and we need to adopt with a change of time. And next is let's ponder. So, as a student, in what ways can you contribute to mitigate the negative impacts of climate change and justify your answer? And two, how significant are the adaptation and mitigation policies and practices that are being imposed of the local, national, and international organizations, and in what way can you apply it in your daily life? Briefly explain. So I hope you understand. We have some questions. Just simply comment down below, and we'll willing to resolve or answer your question. And yes, evaluation. So create a 3-minute advocacy video showcasing the ways and how to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigating this impact of the climate change. And for the mode of submission, post your video on your Facebook account and tag your teacher. And assignment, so in advance reading for our next topic, environmental issues in our one's own community. And lastly, if you really think that the environment is less important than the economy, then try holding your breath while you count your money. Because everything in this world, environment is more important. Because this is the place we live and this is the place we survive.